Hey, I'm just watching here a Fox News um, video here from about Iraq. It was out an hour ago. It's 11:30 on the 2nd of February. But it's about Iraq, and the guy on here is talking about the main problem being Iran. And you know, I've been kind of vocal on that before. I don't know if anybody can remember, because of what they do to people when they don't want them to remember something. But in one of those last videos I just did, I had the reason in there, or an implication as to what happened to Iran in 74, what was that, 75, when the hostages got taken. And somebody came in here last night or yesterday, or I was asleep, and I had just woken up, I guess. I don't know, I can't quite remember. But they asked me what I thought about this, all of these wars that the United States is in Africa and Syria and Yemen. And I says, it's to get control of the Saudis, because the Saudis are always controlling the U.S. military. And I think that's the U.S. Congress that was here. Somebody in the Congress wanted my opinion on something. And I said, that's to get the Saudis surrounded and eliminate all of the people that they rely on to control the U.S. military. And so this guy here, I think his name, Keith Kellogg, is that his name? Keith Kellogg, we haven't really gone to the root cause - Iran. Well, you see, Iran, when World War II ended, the British were responsible for the Jewish homeland. They were responsible for Israel becoming Israel. And the United States was responsible for the Shah about the same time. And there was a balance of power back there. I'm not sure exactly how it adds up. I used to know all that. I was really big into politics a long time ago. But the Iranians the United States put the Shah in there, and the Shah was just like any other country. The leader's a dictator, and however deceitful or dirty, or what do you call that, subtle those people are, they're dictators, and they get their way and the people don't. And so they didn't like the Shah, and I'm not too clear on that political situation back there, but there was an oil problem in the 70s, and I don't know if anybody knows it, but if you really try hard, you can create your own oil field. And of course, the governments want you to ignore that because it's their special power, it's their special right, it's their special advantage, and not the people's. But there's the question of that Shaw, and I had told people, I had this proven, that those hostages were actually Americans for a political show that would help in the Cold War at the time, or, you know, it would help people calm down and fall in line with the Carter administration. And if you can remember what life was like back then, I was real young. I was like 8 or 9, maybe. I don't know, remember how old I was back then. I'm not sure exactly when it happened, but ever since that time, the Iranians have had a real bad reputation, and the United States has just been harping on it and harping on it. You know, they won't, you know, they're running Iran into the ground. And when you do that to people, like the American people and the government, if the American people can't forget what the government does to them, they get upset and they fight back. And it's a very reasonable thing to do. Very reasonable. It's even in the Declaration of Independence and the founding documents of this country. But all of these people here in the government, all they do is what's dirty, you know? They do dirty politics. They run people in the ground. They make their slaves. They create the environments with lies and deceit. And nobody has a fair chance. I mean, if you're watching this video, do you even think you have a fair chance in the country? And if you do other people? And that's, you know, that's a United States who appears to be a superpower, but they love to say that, but when we really took a look at it as the Congress, or, you know, the powers that are here that give people a chance, that are not a threat to them, but they saw that, you know, what was I saying? Yeah, Iran, nobody has a fair chance. It's a country, the United States is seen as the biggest power on the planet from a lot of people in a lot of different countries. Even though they don't get much news from them, they don't news about them, but they don't give people a fair chance. It's a country that's not giving foreigners a fair chance. And it's Iran that epitomizes that, because I had proof there somewhere that the hostages were simply just sitting there while the goal was to cool everybody down and prepare or survive this mind control national emergency that the people were going to be, the people of the United States were going to get the revenge that they always wanted, or always thought they were never going to get, all of the times before the 72, 73 thing. And here's this miraculous power here, and how's the government going to handle it? Well, they're going to handle it deceitfully by creating a crisis in a foreign country, which is going to unite the people behind a spectacle that doesn't involve anyone that can actually do any harm to that country. And that was the sacrifice of the Shah. And after 50 years of putting up with what we're putting up with, or what the Iranians are putting up with, I can't just sit here and watch this video and not do anything, not say anything about it, because it's so wrong. It's so evil what they're doing. And it doesn't matter. You know, when you know these people, you know they don't care about anybody, anywhere. They care about what they care about. And I'm sure, you know, you're not a child. You understand what these people care about. You can see it every day. If you have the sensibility in your mind, you know what these people are for, what they're about, how they lie, how they're deceitful and everything. And when you have a captive press that'll say only what you want them to say, that's when, you know, you want to get away from the lies and deceit of that press. And, you know, here's YouTube, here's all these social media things that are ending up giving testimony there in Washington after something happened to their websites that they can't divulge, they can't explain, they can't point it out. And so here's your great news again for the 80-year-old president guy that somebody had to help to permit him to indulge his whatever that is, whatever. But the Iranians, man, how long are you going to beat them? How long are you going to beat them into the ground? You know, it's not fair. It's not right. So I just had to say something. Okay?